Kind of a short check-in video. I haven't posted workouts in a while, but I have been grinding. I've been at it on the same sort of monthly program, focus on squat, secondarily bench. I haven't posted just because I've been busy. I think just like haven't broken the activation energy of the willpower to you know video and edit my lifts. Um, but yeah, I wanted to just kind of check in, talk about some stuff, uh, make it make it obvious this channel isn't abandoned. I also like haven't really hit lifts that I've been super excited about in a while. I'm maxing out again this week, so hopefully if we hit new maxes, I will post those. But I think the one of the sort of downsides of becoming more advanced as a lifter is um, things need to become a little bit more programmed and measured. Your lifts sort of become uh, can't really, or you shouldn't really, if the goal is actually to get stronger over time, you shouldn't be like, you know, killing yourself every single workout. The the goal is to sort of like, every ounce of energy you put into getting stronger sort of like fits into a bigger plan. And, having the discipline to sort of understand how that fits in and act appropriately is super important. Problem, of course, is that like the reason a lot of us like get into lifting, myself included, is like it is extremely fun to just heave large weight around. And I think losing that sense of fun is a huge failure state for a lot of people. So this trade-off is like super important. Like I still want to get in and like just have days where I just kind of like get to feel like an animal, because that is like and there's probably some like broader life lesson here about any skill or hobby or job. Like as you get better, uh, and you sort of like move up both the skill and perhaps like social hierarchy of the thing, status hierarchy. Uh, it loses some of the joy. It kind of has to. You have to get a little bit more professional about it, in big quotes. But you also want to sort of like carve out time to have fun. So yeah, I think just reflecting on everything I said, I think we'll be back with some more fun lifts. Um, Squatting in particular, I think because it's like my sort of North Star metric for strength is extremely programmed, and I'm like kind of wary about inserting fatigue where I shouldn't. Um, but I might add some more sort of like crazy fun lifts for the internet as like auxiliary stuff. So I could see kind of like future content of this channel being a mix of the max days when I'm on my main lifts, and then like just kind of like weird shit I do on the side for fun. Um, Actually, I'm gonna make a video on this one thing. I recently, so started doing walking lunges as sort of like a conditioning burnout at the end of like heavy strength sessions, and don't have like heavy dumbbells, and I don't like walking lunges with a barbell. The balance is like kind of odd, and also we don't have a lot of space in our gym to kind of like walk a long distance with like a large with this much width. Um, but we have like some heavy kettlebells from back in the day when I was like really into Pavel Tsatsouline and his approach to training. So I have like a 60 pounder and an 80 pounder, and so I just had the idea, fuck it, like kind of like some uneven weight training, like add some anti-rotation. I'll just like clean both, the 60 and the 80. So like slightly uneven weight into a rack position and just walking lunge with that. And it's like one of the best sort of like burnout things I've ever done. Insane, just like core brace is obviously very, very necessary. Um, like kind of like insanely new, sort of like I was saying, the anti-rotational uh, feel is great, and it's also like cleaning. I mean, it's like I can clean even like a lot more. I can clean like over 2 plates, like power clean. But cleaning two different size weights into like a kind of awkward position, it's yeah, I mean, it's like the fun of like new skill acquisitions in there, but like also the fun of like, all right, this is like a focus, like intense, super masculine lift. Um, so yeah, I'll make a video on that specific lift soon, just because it's like a fun new thing. But um, yeah, I think this turned into a little bit of a ramble on a lot of different things. But just to sum up, uh, it's easy to lose the joy as you become better at something, strength included, of course. It's important to fit the joy in, but not in a way, if you actually care about getting better, but not in a way that impedes your goals. And I still care about getting. I like all parts of the skill curve and like everything. I don't like stopping it as a novice. I like getting elite at stuff. So I think finding ways to inject the fun, and I think that what this channel is for is probably less. I think it would be less fun for me to just talk about like the very strict programming. It'd be more fun to talk about the animalistic sort of kind kind of irresponsible stuff. So probably going to be less like squatting and specifically here. I'll share my maxes, but um, yeah, next time I do some weird lifts, I will turn the camera on uh, and let you in on that. So, all right, nice check-in. Uh, peace and love.